this big number that have come out for the mayor, and we're certainly happy to have our special guest. We're certainly happy to be able to assemble again, and I'm still hot like I told you this morning. Y'all know anything about a pepper pudding? I told you this morning that I'm hot as a pepper pudding, and still hot. But there is a man that's going to cool things off when he gets to the second floor in City Hall. And he's going to make it right. All we're waiting for you to do is to pick out some candidates for them commissioners downtown. I told you that you can achieve anything that you can conceive if you will believe. I don't want to take any more time. I'm going to give you the next mayor of this city, the mayor of Buffalo, New York, Arthur E.
Giving honor to God and my appreciation to Reverend Bennett Smith, Reverend Jesse Jackson, and to all of the clergy of the city who in January met with me at Calvary Baptist Church again in February and asked me to seek the office of mayor. It was a hard decision and a very difficult decision because of the effects that it will have on my family, my wife, and 5 children. But we prayed over it, and we cried over it, and we talked over it, and we made that decision. I'm convinced that that decision was God's will. God has been good to us for the past 4 months in this campaign, and He sort of manifested Himself on the Saturday that I heard that the Courier Express was going to endorse me the next day. That paper had never endorsed me in 11 years running for the New York State Assembly. When someone asked me, Art, how can you explain they're endorsing you now? My simple response was, it was the work of the Lord. Only God could have produced the Courier endorsement for Arthur E. And I said that the Courier Express realized that this city is in fact dying, that it needed a mayor who was not controlled or bossed by a present boss or the old boss who wants to take it back, that it knew that it needed a mayor who had demonstrated a capacity of leadership among those who knew him best. And as the Deputy Majority Leader of the New York State Assembly, the highest position held by any state legislator from Western New York and the highest ever held by a black in state government, they knew that those who worked with me respected me. And last but not least, it said that the city needed a man with the capacity of leadership and creative ability in order to make this the Queen City again. I thank my God for my grandmother and mother who raised me. I grew up in a housing project and was run over twice by a car, and my appendix burst on the operating table when I was 14. And I was a rough little boy, and my grandmother used to say to me, boy, the Lord has let you live for a reason. She says, you're going to be something one day. I don't know what it is, but as bad and as rough as you are, as bad and as rough as you are, He's let you live for a reason. And my grandmother's prayers have always been with me, even when she left this earth in 61, my mother in 73. I thought that what she meant was in 1971 when I went to Attica to try to stop a massacre. But that was not it. I believe that what she was talking about was that God had let me live to reach the age of 44 and to live longer than the three men whom I admired the most who walked on this earth: Jesus Christ, Martin Luther King Jr., and Malcolm X. That at age 44, that at the age of 44, I've lived on this earth longer than they did. And I'm convinced that God let me live this long and hopefully will let me live longer in order to take a dying city and bring it to life again. Pray for my wife and 5 children. Pray for our opponents and all of our workers and campaigners, that no harm should come to anyone, be it morally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, or economically. And if it is God's will that we are there, you have my total commitment that only God and you will be my boss. I want to say to Reverend Jackson, I appreciate your changing your schedule to come with us, and I hope that your return will be safe. But you have come to a community that has unified like it has never been done before. You've come to a community that will take the charge and the leadership for giving this city the kind of hope that it must have. And we are indeed very appreciative that you're here tonight, and we invite you back on January the 1st to the biggest inauguration.
Special treat for you tonight, unexpected though as it is. The young gentleman came in on a plane from Fort Worth, Texas with Reverend Jackson, who is a national recording artist, a gospel saxophonist who has an appointment in town at another church, but because of his great admiration for Reverend Jackson, came by to favor us with a special selection, Mr. Bernard Johnson from Fort Worth, Texas.
Thank you very much. It's just a pleasure to be here for this great rally in honor of Mr. E. I'm not a resident of Buffalo. I'm from Texas, but if I were here, I would vote for you. Heard Mr. E say that when he was a child, he had been run over by a car twice, and his appendix had burst when he was 14. And I just stopped by to tell him that there was a reason for that, and God has spared his life so many times for that he could stand and be a man of the people. But I want to let him know it was not by his goodness, nor by his mother's goodness, nor by his father's goodness, but it was only by amazing grace. And that's what I want to play for you today, Amazing Grace.
here at New Zion Baptist Church. He'll be there doing a concert. I know you're going to avail yourself of that opportunity. He's awful. He ought to be arrested. Police back there ought to lock him up. He will make you hurt yourself. Oh, have mercy. You know, there's a whole lot I don't understand in this life. I don't understand why my way is so hard sometimes. I don't understand what makes white men treat black folks so mean. I don't understand why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. I don't understand how the wicked can prosper while the righteous seem to have a hard time. I just don't understand that the harder I try to do right, evil is always present. But I heard a songwriter say that we will understand it better by and by. I want the choir to come on with that now. Pat, we'll understand it better by and by. It's about 100 of them. You just see a small fraction. They are 100 strong, and they do carry on for the Lord. There are some candidates here that are seeking office. Brother Acker is here. Brother Dan, come on down front. President of the local branch of the NAACP. Mr. Gator here from the Bill organization. He's working in the campaign. All right, Mr. Glover, stand up. The candidate for councilman. Mr. Pitts, candidate for council for Heritage. Mr. Thomas, candidate for council for the Maston District. Are there any other candidates for any office that are coming up in the primary? All right. Well, that brings us down to why we all keeping up all this fuss. Guy who stepped off an American Airlines Big Bird this afternoon to come through here on his way to New York City to do a thing for Percy Sutton and some people down there. Young man that has traversed this nation some 20 or 30 times this year in the cause of justice for human beings and mankind. Well, I met Jesse Jackson when he first came out of college. He had a Quo Vadis. Very few folk even remember Quo Vadis. There are few folk my age that remember the Quo Vadis haircut. Jesse Jackson had a Quo Vadis haircut. 1965. Saw him, one of them little bit of string neckties, but he had a wrap in, and I couldn't figure out who is this. I know Bevel and I know Jose and I know, but I ain't never seen this fellow before. Just come out of college just as brash and hard and talking bad as he could be. But he announced himself on the scene. I looked at Otis Moss and said, Otis, who is that? That's Jesse. I said, I know his name, but who is he? So when Dr. Kingdom brought him on the stand, he said he just came out of college and said he's an athlete. He was a big fellow there. And he came on the SCLC staff back then. Well, it's been a long time. Next time I saw Jesse was in St. Louis, Missouri, it was 3 below zero in January. And it was hard. In those days, SCLC didn't have no money. Jesse didn't even have a room to stay in. He was out there in behalf of SCLC trying to get enough money to pay staff. But Dr. King found out that he wasn't able to meet his payrolls. And Jesse was a man going around this country, drumming up money from churches and from preachers and from ministers, asking them to put SCLC in their budget on a monthly basis and send $100 or $200 a month to SCLC so Dr. King could pay the staff workers. Staff people hadn't been paid in 2 and 3 months. And they were going around the country trying to get these bills. And any way they could get there, they traveled by car, by bus, anyway, very seldom by plane. Very seldom, for they couldn't afford the plane tickets. And when that dreadful day, April 4th in Memphis came and struck down our leader, Jesse Jackson, God would have it, was there and was one of the first ones to rush to him and hold him in the cradle of his arm. And there his life ebbed from his body. Jesse returned to Chicago with the blood of Dr. King on his t-shirt and went into the chambers of the city council in Chicago and there made an appealing emotional speech before the board of aldermen, still stained with our fallen leader's blood. And down through the years, as when the day came for them to pick a successor to Saul, and they went to the house of Jesse, and Samuel wanted to know who Jesse had there to succeed him, and he showed him all of his sons and brought them before him. And he asked, isn't there yet one that you have not brought, that we have not met? He said, yes, I have a baby boy named David that's minding the sheep. And they had looked over everybody, but he said, bring me the baby boy. And when they brought David before him, he said, that's the boy that I will choose. And even after they brought him there, they brought him out and tried to put Saul's armor on him, but his armor wouldn't fit. And they tried to dress Jesse in the armor of the Baptist preacher and the Methodist preacher, but the armor didn't fit. He was a preacher ordained, called of God, but he had to fight in his own battle, on his own wardrobe, and on his own uniform. And as little David took a slingshot and 5 stones and went down into the valley of Jezreel there to meet the giant Goliath, this David named Jesse, has gone out into the valleys of Jezreel and have met the Goliath of racial prejudice, have met the Goliaths of housing discrimination, have met the Goliaths of inadequate public education, have met the Goliaths, and in each time he has slain those Goliaths. And today he stands head and shoulders above every other civil rights leader there is, alone in the field as the sole, single, free representative of poor, black, and Chicano and Mexican people in America. I give you now that leader, that free person, Reverend Jackson.
Give our mayor, Brother all things, a great round of applause. I am grateful to God to have this privilege to share in some small way in this great drive to resurrect this city and to put a man in a high place, to have the integrity, the intelligence, and the experience to make a difference. I want to thank Reverend B.W. Smith, chairman of our board in Buffalo, member of our national board. Our friendship runs across the years. Reverend Smith and his wife and his children, in so many ways, we've grown up together. And I'm grateful to God for having put into my path men and women who have the spirituality and the sensitivity and the care to make a difference in my life. Well, lest we forget and take these men for granted, we've not always been able to meet in churches to talk about politics, either because we were too ignorant or because we were afraid. Here we have a man with the intelligence and the courage to open up the church for the people, not merely to hear God's words, but to do God's will. Let's give Reverend B.W. Smith. I don't think we have enough good leadership around to take it for granted. And when God will give us bold men and women of courage and integrity, we ought to act as if we are grateful. Maybe God will increase the blessing. I want to thank you here in Buffalo, Winnie and others of you who stood so faithful about Operation Push during these 6 years of its existence. God has blessed Push to keep United to save humanity in a major way. First of all, beloved, we survived 6 years. That was a miracle all by itself. Not only have we survived, but the organization is growing. Push has functioning units in more than 30 cities around the nation today. And they're vibrant and growing chapters that are making impact in local communities because we believe in direct action. We do not believe that we can simply talk our way up on a revolution. That there's still yet some fighting to be done. All right. There's still yet some marching to be done. All right.
there are still yet some people that have to be shook. Some white, but some black. A lot of trees shaking have to go on. Only if we shake our people out of their apathy, we'll be able to make a difference. There is one thing worse than not having the right to vote, and that's to have the right to vote and not have the sense to vote. Right now, every black person in this city that had the right to vote had the inspiration to take advantage of that right, we would be in first place tonight. Right now in New York City, there are more than 400,000 blacks eligible to vote, unregistered, who have volunteered for second-class citizenship. And I observed my friend lying there. People went through their usual responses, saying, he looks natural. And they were right. He did look natural. He had everything he'd always had except spirit. He did look as if he were merely asleep. He had eyes, but he couldn't see. Spirit was gone. He had nose, but he couldn't smell. The spirit was gone. He had hands, but he couldn't touch. Spirit was gone. He had legs, but he couldn't walk anywhere. He had a heart, but it wasn't beating. The spirit was gone. He had a mind, but he couldn't think. The spirit was gone. And even with a suit on and a shirt and a tie and no bills to pay and all of that, without the spirit, there was nothing left of any essential value. And so it is, as our movement is seen as a living organism of a mass of people trying to make a difference in the world. If you have every right and don't have the spirit to use those rights, you will look nasty, but you won't make progress. And some of us have enjoyed looking natural as opposed to living and making progress. Black folk being on the bottom look natural. Can I get a little? Some of us want to languish in the dream of 1963, but beyond having the dream, we must fulfill it. What is the fulfillment of that dream? To have a man judged by his conduct and his character, not his color. Of the opportunity that we learned these last 15 to 20 years. How do we put people in high places who have integrity and intelligence and experience and by moving need a mayor, white folk need a mayor, and we are intelligent enough not to live in a mayor. Say, Reverend, say, if he becomes mayor, what can he do for Irish people? Do something for them that the present mayor has not done. He can get houses for them. He can be connected with the kind of force that can draw money into Buffalo that will get houses. Buffalo looks like a bomb has dropped here. To get hung up on a diet of a certain color or a certain sex. Buffalo needs production. It needs a mayor that can deliver for the people. No question. All right. Speak on it. Good times. 14 years later, some fantastic things have occurred. They said we couldn't do it. But we did. Same folk didn't have the right to vote. Hatcher and Gary. Young in Detroit. shot cut the grapes. Cannot be famous. Great, great, just black is no religion. Because people use too many games on this race question for me. But the fact of the matter is, we are where we are in this race today because blacks for whom opportunity has come has not taken advantage of it. No revolution has ever been led by drunk people. No. You may stumble to freedom, you may try to further the law, you may swim to freedom, but you will not stand for freedom. It takes a strong, sober, sane, sensitive people to make you free. Sober, sane, sensitive. There's no question. Work is a good luck machine. You know, we got some funny images about slavery. I worked out a little thing I call black magic and white superstition. I was trying to analyze slavery. And they got all these fun images, you know. And the way the images go is something like this. You see all these pictures of the white folks standing up on the swing and the Negroes standing up the family. And right in the background, white man on the outside, the Negro guy just plowing and working hard to sweat, picking up cotton and sticking chains and all that. Negro just look like he's just so determined to work, he's just gonna take work. And the white man just laying up doing that. And y'all, that's a deceptive image of slavery. Black folk worked hard in slavery.
When they would what?
And white folk worked hard in slavery. So get that note out your mind about how much we outwork white folk. One of the problems is white folk work by the task and we work by the hour. They work till they win and we work to fight. And whoever works until they win always outcompetes those who work until fight. Your campaign organized because you unionize your volunteers. What is white magic, black superstition? It's just this basic. You count two, you can understand. White folks work hard. Somebody said, well, we work hard and we don't get nothing. And the white folks work hard and they got everything. Say there's some missing, Reverend. And then somebody come out and say, well, you know, the law works in mysterious ways. Everything we don't understand, we call it mysterious. Yes, sure, it's mysterious. Well, man, y'all, there ain't nothing mysterious about that. It's just this simple. White folks work hard, and who do they work for? White folks. So that's one person working for white folks, right? Themselves. We work hard. Who we work for? White folks. So white folks got two folks working for them. So we don't need a whole lot of superstition reading. White folks don't talk because of some magic and miracle about it because of hard luck. It's just this basic. If they work for themselves and we work for ourselves, then both of us can sit at the same table and support. I'm closing by saying September the 8th ought to be declared for us a holy day. Because it's not a holiday, a holy day. Holiday is when you work out some maneuver and you just sleep all day. Get drunk, play cards, watch television. Brother Reverend trying to figure out something to do. He gave away his life. Ain't that it happened just a holiday? But the original concept that comes from the scriptures was that there are some periods in the life of people that they set aside for some sacred reason. And they call that a holy day. The difference between a holiday and a holy day is your attitude. That's why somebody says not your attitude, but it's your attitude that determines your altitude. Whether or not a glass is half full or half empty is where your head is. Moses was walking up and down the field, and he was talking about this in the ghetto, and sitting around looking for self-pity and crying and talking furious and acting mean as opposed to being meaningful and just complaining to God about, I'm living here in this ghetto and can't nothing happen because Pharaoh won't give me no money and Pharaoh won't give me no house and Pharaoh won't love me. That has never been Pharaoh's agenda. But then the Lord spoke. That's what I hope that y'all in Buffalo. And when the Lord came in and the lids of his pure arms and left his eyes, he said, this is not ghetto ground. There's gold in this ghetto. This is holy ground. He said, there's so much here. I'll take my shoes off. That shoes I wear, these combat bands, they don't even deserve to walk on this ground. This is holy ground. This is the ground where children can be saved and workers can earn their way. This is holy ground. circumstance. Maybe you could make it to Montgomery in 1955. You don't know why you survived those car wrecks, Brother E. And all of us have in our lives those days of near misses that make us look back and wonder, why were we spared? What did we do to deserve it? And even when our mind becomes confused and our eyes cannot interpret, our mind wonders and we wonder how we got over. All of us have those periods where we wonder, how did we make it out the wilderness? So you couldn't make it to Montgomery in 55. God has given you another chance to do something great. You were not in Washington in 63. Somebody told you Dr. King was a mean man. He was a rabble rouser. You were going to get hurt. Some bad was going to happen. So you didn't go to Washington. God has given you another chance. You didn't go to Selma in 65. You saw it on television. And you heard it on the radio. You saw the dog biting in the newspaper. But somehow you just sat here, laid in the cut. And God, by justice, should have destroyed you. But by mercy, He sustained you. And you keep asking, why did the Lord spare me? Keeps on giving us days of His everlasting mercy. Stand tall to have a good record. And now God has given us September 8, 1977. Another holy day. A day when if we don't work that day for the man, but work for our wives and our children directly. Our children can go to school on the night. Say, Daddy, I believe I can be a man. I believe I can be a husband. If we will observe the holy day, y'all hear me? If we will observe the holy day, then the Lord will increase His blessings. God called it the blue fruit. We just ought not to work that day. We just ought to silent that, come down the street like it's a plague because you're knocking on doors. Children ought to just knock on doors that day. Some old ladies who have no job just ought to call somebody and say, honey, I'll babysit for you that day. Some man can say, well, I'll drive my own car and fill up my own tank. You missed all the other great things. Now you're sitting here reaping the fruits of the trees. This is yet another chance for you to do something great. Work is a good luck machine. Work is a good luck machine. The laws of convenience lead to collapse. The laws of sacrifice lead to greatness. Anything achieved conveniently tends to collapse. If you study conveniently, you study seldom, and you know little.
Right.
If you work conveniently, you cannot keep a job. I know I'm right. If you study conveniently, you'll never be a supervisor, or a doctor, or a lawyer, unless for the laws of convenience have restriction built into them. For the laws of sacrifice. We want the resurrection. We want new life. We want a new city. We want a new job. But before you get to the resurrection, there's a crucifixion. There's a cross to bear. There's a Calvary. But because of the God we serve, no grave can hold our body down. Call him nigger, but you can't hold him down. Call him boy, but you can't hold him down. The God we serve will melt the snow. He'll dry tears from our eyes. He'll make our enemy leave us alone. Holy day, September the 8th, is a day when long unanswered prayers can be fulfilled if we work. I want every man in this church, every man who will observe Holy Day, take sick leave, do what you usually do, just don't show up. Whatever you choose, I want every man who will sacrifice that day and work, knocking on doors and driving cars and calling folks on the telephone and waking up the people. I want every man who will observe Holy Day to stand. Every man, wherever you are.
I hear you, brother.
This is your day. Don't you live in the country out. I want these men to come down. Sisters, give them a big hand. I want these men to come down. Sisters, give us another big hand. How many of y'all got cars? Raise your hand. Those who use your cars on that day, keep your hand high. Give them a big hand. Sisters, I do not choose to be chauvinistic. I have a point in mind. And there's too many of these struggles that we have, led by women and children, while men lay back in the cut. And men think they got a right to take a job. Women do the work, and we get the job. It's not right. At best, we need to lock arms and join hands. Then a woman cannot be a woman because she does not have her complement in nature. So she is perverted and destroyed. And if our men are less than men and our women other than women, our children become nothingness. We must redefine what a man and what a woman is. You're not made a great woman just by the contour of her butt, but the contour of her character and her brain, a true woman. You're not a man just because you make a baby. Every cell can make babies. Produce and protect and provide. Even a honeybee got enough sense to drop his pollen when he picks up his nectar. Even a honeybee got enough sense to drop his pollen when he picks up his nectar. We are sitting here the pool of Bethesda, waiting for a man to put us in the water. Telling God all I need to get free is give me a man. God gave you a man, you would be two men. Then you would complain because it would be too big a burden to bear. Be the man that you already are. Tell your child the day that was a holy day. We changed the city around. Put our own on our shoulders and gave direction to a dying city. And when you do that, you can talk to your children and they won't rebel. Because they're looking at a man. You can talk to your woman and she will not rebel. Because she's looking at solid timber. I ask you to stand first because it starts the problem of the black community. It's not black women standing up. Black men not standing up. Why? But who cares? Now, all the women who will declare September 8th holy day, I want you to stand. Don't work that day. I want y'all to come out as well. Because it takes a man and a woman to make a family. The day our family comes together, the fruits of our family will have enough power to save the city. Won't you come forward? All the players made the race soft and fun. I don't want nobody doing a lot of empty rhetoric. This is serious business. Before y'all leave here today, those of you who will, y'all keep those doors closed, please. This is disrespectful. Where you niggas go? Niggas be in such a big hurry, going nowhere. Close it. Nigga tip out the back door must be going to tell the white folks I see. Miss Ryan, all white folks get together and pull off something like this. You know it's more. Let's be prayerful. I hope that before you leave here, that you would get a push application blank and join PUSH. Well, if you're going to have a civil rights movement in town agitating, the climate would be right to run the mayor. So you can vote and be a member of PUSH. Matter of fact, being a member of PUSH will make you more conscious of voting, because that's what it's all about. I hope you will join PUSH. Some of you may not have thought about it before, but you ought to change your mind. You ought to join today. You ought to join. It's not you today to keep on living. Everything go around, come around. But I thought I saw your campaign manager, some of your staff. You said, I want you to come up here, your staff. Because I want us to take our time. I want y'all to stand with me and pray. I want everybody who will declare September 8th holy day, I want them to sign up. I want the staff to follow them up and sign Brother Great their addresses. Why? Because you become a captain in the area where you live. Everybody here lives next door to somebody, don't you? So it's not just enough for you to declare holy day, your block has to declare holy day. Y'all know how we won that race in Cleveland. We didn't have 29% black vote. Silently, we declared holy day. And early that morning, around 3:30, we had a big band on the back of the truck. And we came down to the project. We started blowing the horn and knocking on doors. Negro was getting up out the bed, cussing and going, what does Negro out there making all that noise? Negro, vote before you go to work. Vote. And by the time the white folks came out after noontime and started rigging the machines, by the time the machines started breaking down, we already had the election. They're going to make you work overtime, rather make you work at leave at 4 o'clock. They give you an extra $5 to work at 6. Then you come on and hear the election results. Oh, I meant, you got a trick for $1. So vote before you go to work. Where's the snake? Now outside, I want y'all to take your time. We stood in line to watch them movies, 8 Walls and all that, what they got? All that. Jaws. Don't get all hung up. Yeah, you got to stand in line. Now. But you're standing in line so you can be the star. I saw white folks standing in the line when it snowed back in during the winter.
All right.
But when the snow melted, they came out the line. Some are still in the line.
All right.
Because of who is at City Hall. The only way to stop standing in the line and start checking on folks' names when they come through the line. Get be prepared to take your minutes. Can I get a witness? Well, you know that makes sense to you?
Yes, sir.
This is work time. Work time. Work time. Let's bow our heads and pray. Oh Lord our God, we come at this hour, solemn and sincere. We're glad that we're not victims of history, but we're products of your love and care. Eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard, nor have pens recorded how good thou hast been to us. You've taken so many minuses and turned them into pluses. We have inferior diets and developed superior bodies because you are Almighty God. In the midst of fire, you found for us a cool place, the house of prayer, where we can come and leave our burdens on the altar. Oh Lord, we couldn't go to the psychiatrist. We were black and he didn't want to hear us. We couldn't go to Wembley. We couldn't afford to pay it. But then Lord, it all worked out because he wouldn't have understood anything. And so we thank you for the altar. Some people are standing here today who haven't been to the altar in a long time. And yet, Lord, you give us ways and ways and ways and ways and ways. You work to be good to us. You work overtime to keep giving us a chance. And Lord, we come here ungrateful and maybe even unworthy, but because of your mercy and your love and grace, we have another holy day, a day set aside to bless one of your children with the power to save a city. Let us hear the song of Zion, even in a strange land. And then, Lord, the land won't be so strange, because you'll have good people in high places. Bless Pastor Smith. Bless his family. Keep his feet to the fire. Give him the power to preach. Give him the will to preach. Give him the courage of his convictions. Give him the loyalty of the great congregation. the people here. Oh, we thank you for our needs. Oh, they said it couldn't be done, but you've done it anyhow. Oh, Lord, you raised up strong children against the odds. And we say thank you. Oh, some want to make long speeches, but the Lord, they have 10,000 tongues. We'll take every one of them. And just say thank you, preacher. But you've been so good. Oh, you've been so good. Right early this morning when we were sleeping, the Easter fund justice we should have slept on, but your angel of mercy said give us another day. And that is the reason. Because holy day is coming. A day set aside to sanctify and save thy children. This is your servant's prayer. Amen. Now, as we stand, thinking through this proposition, we can do it, brothers and sisters. People have taken less and they have done it. We even got the votes. But we need this army, unpaid army. Pastor Smith, shall we prepare the lineup now? I gather the basic equipment is in the vestibule. And if we would, you have the signature. Now I want y'all to hear this one more time, this little admonishment. Hear me, please. I want you to sign up, if you will, where you live, phone number, and where you work. There are three things I'm appealing to you to do. Just three things. One, I want you to take off that day and work all day in the campaign. Secondly, on the block where you live, just go down that block and convince the people who don't think it can be done that it can be done. And the third assignment is on your job, Monday. While the Negroes want to discuss the Buffalo Bill, said, no, brother, that ain't right. We got all the winter long to watch somebody else run the well while we scream in politics. So we can do that from September 9th on. Just three things, you heard me? One, you take off. Secondly, your block. Can I get a witness? Thirdly, the place where you work. When they start that chitter chat at noontime about the ball game. Say it's time to, and glove all of you candidates will win. Because when the people work, and I hope y'all working close together like you ought to be working. I assume that you are. I hope you got that much sense. Because we can't afford it. Anybody that will vote for us will vote for you. Anybody that will be deceptive to him will be deceptive to you. And so y'all need each other. Y'all play no game. And when y'all get out of the city hall, don't y'all forget the bridge off y'all cross. So, every bridge I know got two ways. And if you can get that right, Negroes will clip them ropes on the end, and you go across that Niagara Falls. Can I get a witness? And that right? You understand? Yes, sir, we got a lot. All right, now, I want us to be serious now. Take your time, stand in that line, and sign up, and then become captains of your neighborhood and your job. Stand up.
All right, we have a couple of announcements. I want to thank all the clergy for coming. Reverend Boyce, Reverend Spate, Anderson, Button, and others who are here. There